Hello, Star Wars fans.
Today I thought I'd talk about Solo, a Star Wars story, since it has been nearly 2 months since it first released on May 25th, and its total box office. In nearly 2 months, it has only done $212 million domestically and $173 million in foreign markets. This is less than $400 million after nearly 8 weeks. This is ridiculous. They have lost at least $200 to $300 million on this movie. And then if we look at this image closely, we can see China down the list in the foreign totals, and it has only done nearly $16.5 million. Over $9.5 in the first weekend, which means in the following weeks, it hasn't been quite 2 months yet, but in the following weeks, so about 7 weeks, it's done less than $7 million in 7 weeks after the opening weekend. And China is supposedly going to be the largest film market in the future. And you would think Disney would have tried to use the biggest movie franchise in history to, or at least the most popular, maybe not the biggest nowadays with the Marvel movies, but you would think they would try to make these movies good so they could appeal to the foreign market that's going to be the biggest in the world in the coming years. And they have failed abysmally. Not to mention $212 million domestically is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. They have run Star Wars through the grinder with political agendas, with virtue signaling, and it's Solo is just the result of the fallout from The Last Jedi. But Episode 9 is coming out in a year and a half. And the backlash against the Star Wars franchise led by Kathleen Kennedy is growing. Episode 9 is not going to make $1 billion. At best, in my opinion, it's going to break even. So maybe $800 to $850 million box office, and then once they get their cut, they'll break even. That is Star Wars is in a bad place right now, and Solo is proof of that, which is why I'm talking about it. So yes, less than $400 million in 2 months. Very poor showing in China, which is the future largest consumers of film in the near future. And it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. We don't know who's going to replace Kathleen Kennedy. We don't know who's going to replace the Star Wars story group at Lucasfilm. And it's looking pretty grim. But you know what they say. It's darkest before the dawn. And hopefully, whoever takes over Lucasfilm is the new dawn for the Star Wars franchise. So the point of this video was not only to point out how badly Solo has performed at the box office, but also to prove just how bad the downward spiral of the Star Wars franchise has been in the hands of Disney, Lucasfilm, and Kathleen Kennedy, and how the downward trend indicates that Episode 9 will not break $1 billion. Thank you for listening, everyone. And if you like this video, click the like button below. If you really liked it, I have a catalog of videos that you can watch. Go back and check those out. They're pretty much talking about Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, Kiri Hart, and Disney. And pretty much just anything dealing with Star Wars right now. So, hope you enjoy, and have a good one, everyone.